Oh, hi. Today we're going to be drawing an apple. So a lot of people have been going apple picking, and I thought that would be the perfect kind of theme for this week. A nice artistic apple drawing. So anyway, grab your sketchbook and a pencil. You can pause this video as you need to. I tried to draw really slow so that you could follow along with me. Curve a line, bring it around. When you get to the bottom, you're going to add a little dip that goes up and then back down. You're going to take your pencil and try to get the same shape, a symmetrical shape on the other side. It's not easy to make it perfectly even, and that's okay. Yours doesn't have to be. Take your time, draw your lines really slow, get your shape like this. Fix it up as you go. It's okay if you erase. It doesn't mean you're a bad artist at all. In fact, it means you're making your art better. As always, turn your paper upside down to check your symmetry. So I flipped my drawing over and I can see that I'm going back over it, trying to make it a little more even. Now, I know my apple's not perfectly symmetrical. One side is kind of straight, the other side is a little more curved, but that's all right. It actually makes it look more like a real apple rather than just a drawing. So I got my paper set and I'm going to draw the stem. So 2 lines going up with a little oval on the top. That is called an ellipse in art. That is going to make it look very 3D. Now here's the really creative and three-dimensional part. Probably don't expect to draw this extra little line back here. Just goes right behind the stem and connects to the tips of the apple on both sides. This is what's going to make your apple look more three-dimensional, more like what a real artist would do, and less like just drawing the idea of an apple. Sorry, this is a voiceover. Next, we're going to be adding a little curved line going up where I decided to add a little leaf. You can do your leaf however you want. I know it's a little bit tricky to draw leaves, but just make sure you have a little stem connecting to your main apple stem where the leaf is coming out. There. Down the center of the leaf, you can do a line that goes right down the middle. And what I usually do on my leaves is I make letter V's that come from the side in or from the middle out, as long as they connect in the middle and go all the way down the leaf. That will make it look a little more detailed. Yeah. So then I'm going to take my eraser, fix it up, and then next you're going to get your apple ready for some coloring. So we're going to sketch in a little area. Now this part might seem really weird, but you're going to sketch a very, very light area that is going to be what's called the highlight of our apple. So this is where the light is hitting the shape. So it's going to have color, but that's going to be the lightest part of the whole thing. At the bottom, you're going to want to sketch a little shadow with your pencil, and it just comes out to the side just a little bit, because wherever there's a highlight on an object, the shadow is always on the opposite side. That's a little trick to remember for your drawings in the future. Now hopefully you got one of these little mini art kits that I made for all of the 3rd and 4th grade students. It came home in a little bag like this, and it had oil pastels inside. So take out the oil pastels. I didn't have those exact ones when I was making this video. You can also use crayon if you don't have oil pastels. And we're going to be adding the color. Now this is a time lapse, so it is put in really fast motion for you to see. But you can see how I added the red first, and I made it darker on the right side and darker on the bottom. And I made sure that I didn't color in that highlight area that we sketched earlier. And I used lots of little streaky lines when I was coloring. Next, I grabbed yellow and I work the yellow in. It's going to look weird. It's going to look like your apple is a little bit furry at first. Taking my red, going back over it, and my yellow. In the highlight, I added some white. Now, the whole thing is going to be blended with a piece of paper towel, or you can use a Q-tip. There are 2 Q-tips in your mini art kit that you got sent home, or if you don't have one, you can just roll up your paper towel and make a blending tool. So I took this paper towel and watched the magic happen. This is the most fun and satisfying part of using oil pastels. I'm pulling the color up, trying not to get any of the black pulled into the apple. And you're sort of like scrubbing it in. Oh, my paper got a little bit bent there. Let me hold it down with my other hand. And I'm pulling the red and the yellow together. I'm trying not to blend. I know it's really hard to see. My giant hand is blocking. I'm trying not to blend in that highlighted area. I'm going around the edges, and most importantly, I am blending it in an up and down motion in the same direction that the apple is shaped. If I just took it and swirled it around, it would be a big mess. Oh, so next you want to take your paper towel, fold it again, get another little tiny point, or you can use your Q-tip, and just blend in those little sections on the leaf. I just outlined the leaf, very simple. And I just pulled some color from the paper towel, from the bottom. Yeah, there you go. There's our apple. Looks pretty good. You can use crayon, you can use oil pastel. I can't wait to see how they turn out.